Welcome back to the channel, everybody. In today's video, we're going to talk about the difference between pronation through the thumb and pronation through the wrist. A lot of people don't know that you actually have two different pronator muscles. The first being the pronator teres muscle, which is on the inside of your elbow, and the pronator quadratus, which is on the top of your wrist. Both pronators do have two different functions. For arm wrestling's sake, pronation through the thumb is going to correspond with the pronator teres muscle, and pronation through the wrist is going to correspond with the pronator quadratus. So first we're going to talk about pronation through the thumb. Some famous arm wrestlers that use this style are Devin Larratt, Michael Todd, and Denis Cyplenkov when he's using his open style top roll. In order for this technique to work, you have to have a high post, strong back pressure, and little to no cup. The majority of this movement is going to come from your back pressure and pronation through the thumb. So as I get a high post and I start pronating through my thumb, that's going to force my opponent to be hanging on to me. So if you've ever watched some of these arm wrestlers I just mentioned, a lot of times they're not even holding on to their opponent with their fingers. A lot of times their fingers are wide open and they're clamping down with just their thumb. As long as the pronation through my thumb is stronger than their fingertips, I'm going to be in a more advantageous position. So if my back pressure and pronation is strong enough, I'm going to be in a dominant position, forcing them to hold on to me. If they're not going to hold on, they're most likely going to slip. So next, let's talk about pronation through the wrist. And personally, I think John Brzenk is the best at this technique, and it's personally a technique that I use as well. In order for this to be successful, you have to have a very strong cup and or even force the hook. Once I'm in a dominant position, I'm going to start applying my pronation, which is going to cause my opponent to hang on with his bottom two fingers. As long as my pronation through the pronator quadratus is strong enough, I'm going to bust my opponent's hand back and he's going to be in a world of trouble.